Welcome, this is Catherine. We're in her backyard. She is a regular student of the Home Repair Resource Center and School Library member, and she's going to show us some projects she's completed with our help.
So the very, very first contact I ever had with Home Repair Resource Center was a rain barrel class, and I've had a rain barrel ever since because of it, and it's just been great. So I do keep the rain barrel here. Right now it is disconnected because I haven't yet hooked it up for the spring, but it won't be long. And it was a great class. Everything you needed was provided. It was clear instructions. Again, like this great win. You walk away with this giant thing that you can take and use on a regular basis. And so I just added a little piece of hose here that helps me fill up my watering can.
And that normally plugs into the
right
side
here,
right there. Yeah.
Comes right here on the rain gutter here, and it comes with a handy cover for when you are detached. And then I'll take this off and put the spout on and connect it, and it'll collect the rain from the gutter that I use in the gardens during the summertime.
Yeah, and it's still freezing at night, which is why Catherine's got it disconnected right now. So Catherine, do you get much water out of that? I've heard some people complain it's not enough water.
Yes, I get so much water out of it. And sometimes I'm like filling up extra watering cans. I've actually thought about putting a second one that will take the overflow. Yeah, I get lots of water out of it. And it's great because it forces me to walk around with and sort of tour my yard with my watering can. But yeah, we get tons of water out of it, and we use it all summer long.
Cool.
The other thing that we do regularly, I probably do it twice a summer, is I will trim out trees around us in our backyard. And so I've trimmed trees off of most of these trees here. There's going to be some work to do over here this spring. So I will probably take down most of those branches that are hanging out over the fence line there, but we have used the tree trimmer a lot. And
Yeah, I noticed these lower branches have all been removed on these trees, so it makes it easy to walk around under them.
Yeah.
So this was a tree pruner tool being used on this tree.
The other tool we've used is it's like a puller tool that you can pull parts of a bush. Like we had a bush that was dying, and so I wanted to get the whole thing out, and that was an awesome tool too.
Yeah.
So
That's the puller bear, the weed wrench.
Yes.
It's fabulous for bushes or small trees, things with a 3-inch diameter base, so you can grab it.
And the Home Repair Resource Center Tool Library keeps my yard looking good too. I always, once a year, I'll borrow the edge trimmer as well and get all the edges cleaned up in my yard. The other class that I took, it was about composting, and it was a wonderful class, and there were great resources that were provided through, I think it was Solid Waste Management.
Mm-hmm.
And they sell a variety of options for composting at cost. They're wonderful people, and I do passive composting. So I don't, I'm not trying to heat it up or make sure that it's active. I do a passive compost, and I'll probably add a second barrel so that this one can cook up and I can start fresh with a new one. Got the turner to turn what's in the barrel, and then I also keep 2 garbage cans filled with brown matter so that I can keep that balance between the food scraps and the green matter with the brown.
Mm-hmm.
But that was another great class that I took and used regularly.
It's the passive method is like less work, right? You don't have to,
Less
yeah.
work, yes. And
You're just kind of letting it sit. Can you open it there? Yeah. Thank you. So this is where it's mixing together, and then So your browns that you mentioned that you keep in your trash cans is like what, dried leaves or?
Dried leaves, yeah. So I stole a bunch of leaves off of people's lawns, tree lawns last year. Also, a couple of people on my street had stumps removed, and the sort of sawdusty looking leftover matter after a stump gets ground out is in one of those as well.
Cool.
And then the other thing that we have in our backyard is we have a raised bed. I took a basic carpentry class, and this is a very crude raised bed, but we've been growing cucumbers and zucchini, eggplant. So this was, again, a fairly crudely built, but I would not have felt like I could achieve it had I not taken the basic carpentry class. And you learn that, yeah, it's actually.
So did you designed the box as well, or did you go off a plan that someone else had designed?
I guess a little bit of both. With YouTube and Pinterest, I found a lot of different options. This was really, really basic, and it was driven by the wood we had.
Mm-hmm.
So there were leftovers from different projects that had happened in the house.
Which I highly encourage because, using scrap materials, things you're going to find around, things you already have, and then figuring out how to work with that is just a great way to go.
Definitely. So, old 2x4s and actually even the screws. I mean, there's just a jar of screws laying around. I'm like, this will work. We had replaced some of our screens, and we have chipmunks that love to eat our vegetables, and so
that's a great idea.
We keep them out with some leftover screen from repairing screens.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if this was bugs or chipmunks, and this is like hardware cloth. It's much firmer, and then this doorway is the flimsy window.
Use little ties so that we can easily remove them and harvest the vegetables and secure it back up.
Yeah,
so that the critters don't eat it.
Awesome. Well, that's beautiful. Thank you, Catherine, for this tour of your yard.